so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe someday.
This is the Ankara fabric I'll be using to recreate the BUBU dress, and I have about 3 yards of fabric here, but I only use 2.5 yards. Then the very first thing we're going to be doing is to fold the fabric into two. Guys, please, I want you to permit me to apologize because I'm really sorry. Like the part where I started folding the fabric and did all this marking you're seeing on the fabric was deleted from my phone. I don't know how I just mistakenly deleted it. I'm so sorry, guys. So I'll be explaining what I did. Now the thing I did was that I used the biggest part of the person's measurement. The biggest part of this person's body is her hip, and her hip is 47. So I divided 47 by 2 and added extra 4 inches to it, which is giving me 16.25. So I cut out 16.25 on fold for the front and the back. I cut the front and the back separately. Then I placed the front on the back. Then from the folded parts where you are seeing there, I marked out 3 inches for the neck width, 1.5 inches for the back neck depth, and 7 inches for the front neck depth. I hope you understand. So after marking the neck width, I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I connected it into the neck width. So from that shoulder slope, I'm coming down by 10 inches. The 10 inches is going to be for a round sleeve because it's not going to be tight. So from the upper part of the shoulder, I'm going to come down by 25 inches because that is the length of our hip from the shoulder. Then I'm just going to be placing the hip measurement right there and add the 4 inches sewing allowance. You can see that there is still small allowance there. Yes, I purposely included the allowance there in order to make the sleeve effect to come out. I guess you can understand. Then I connected it up to the sleeve length. Then I'm just giving it a curved kind of marking. I'm just rolling the line downwards to the hem of the dress. The next thing I'll be doing right now is just to cut out everything that I have marked. I cut out the back and the front neckline together, but I'm going to be cutting the front neckline separately. Please don't do the mistake of using the front neckline to cut it together because it's going to ruin the old dress we are trying to recreate. Then after I finish cutting the neckline, I'm just dividing the front piece as you see me doing in the video. Now the reason why I'm dividing it is because the front part is going to be carrying buttons there. So after cutting it, the next thing I'll be doing is just to open the back piece. Like you can see how the back piece is looking. I'm just facing the right side of the fabric towards myself, and I'm putting the front pieces on it like this. Then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and join it at the shoulder. Make sure the right side is facing right side before joining. So guys, I've actually gone ahead to join it at the shoulder part, and the next thing I'll be doing right now is to measure from the front neck depth down to the hem of the dress, and whatsoever measurement I have there, that was what I'll be using to cut out this long strap you're seeing. And the width of this long strap is about 3 inches. And to be on the safer side, I added 2 inches to the length of these 2 stripes you are seeing right here. Then I'm just going to be taking my paper stay and I'll be gumming it on the 2 straps in order to make it thick, nothing much. You can decide to leave yours like that, but preferably just gum a paper stay to it. Then the next thing I went ahead to do is to just fold one part of the strap. You see one end of the strap, I folded one end, then I'm folding the 2 sides. Then after folding the 2 sides, I'll be breaking it in the middle, and I'll be making sure that one part is overlapping the other, making sure that one part is outside than the other. Just watch what I'm doing, you will understand what I'm trying to explain. So this part, the under will be longer than the one that is on top. So that one that is longer will be under the dress we are attaching it to, and the one that is shorter will be the one outside. I guess you can understand. So I'll just repeat the same process for the other side. Then the next thing I'll be doing on the dress is to take my bias tape, and I'll be using it to pipe the neckline up to where the neck depth stop. Then after doing that, the next thing I will now go ahead to do is to attach the two strap to it. So I guess you can understand how I explain this. So guys, you can see that I've gone ahead to join it, and you can see how it is looking so neat. Like our dress is almost getting ready. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to turn it to the wrong side. Then I'll just be measuring the sleeve length, like what I have on the sleeve. I'll measure it, then I'm going to use it to cut out a black strap. Now the black material I used for the sleeve was crepe. I used crepe material, black crepe material. So I'll be measuring it. I have about 19.5 right there, but I'll be adding some inches to it for allowance. So before attaching the black strap to the sleeve of the dress, I went ahead to use my pressing iron to fold one end of the strap, like you see me doing in the video. I folded about 0.4 inches on one side, then I'll be folding it in the middle, but I'll be leaving some, like just like 0.4 inches outside. That's just the way I'll be doing it. Then that one that I left outside is the one that I'll be joining from the wrong side of the dress before turning it over to the right side of the dress. I guess you can understand, because I just want a neat finishing in the inside and at the outside. I guess you can understand what I'm trying to explain. So guys, this is it right here. I've gone ahead to join it, and you can see how it is looking so neat. Having done that, the next thing I went ahead to do is to join it at the two sides from the inside. I guess you can understand. So this is it right here. I've gone ahead to join it, and you can see how it is looking. And now the next thing I'll be doing right now is to use my scissors to notch the armpit area, just like the way you see me doing. The reason why I'm notching that area is for it to relax, so it's just going to be easy to iron at the end of the day. Then this is the length of the dress, the end part of the dress. I'm measuring from where the button is going to start to the other end of the button. I guess you can understand. And I have about 63 inches, like a full tape. So I'm just going to be using that measurement to cut out another long strap of fabric. Now this long strap of fabric is 4 inches. I guess you can see it as I am explaining. It is 4 inches. Then the length is even more than 63 inches. Because of allowance, we have to add allowance to it to be on the safer side. You can see I added about 5 inches. Then the next thing I went ahead to do is to take this long strap here. Then I'll be using some parts to cover it to the right side, just like the way you see me doing. Then I'll just be using my pin to secure it right there. So basically guys, I'm actually sewing this long black strap from the inside of the dress. That's the wrong side of the dress. So I folded some parts to the right side like I explained earlier. Then I'll just be stitching it down to the end of the other parts. I guess you can understand. So I've gone ahead to join it, and you can see how it is looking. Then the next thing I will now go ahead to do is to use my pressing iron to iron the other parts. I'll be using my pressing iron to fold the other end of the black strap in order to make it relax very well before folding it to the right side of the dress, just like the way you see me doing in the video. So guys, I've actually gone ahead to use my pressing iron to fold the other part of the black strap, and I'm bending it towards the right side, just like the way you see me doing. If you have an hemming gum, you can use hemming gum to secure it down. Then you now go ahead to stitch it. But because I ran out of hemming gum, I just went ahead to stitch mine like that, and you can see how it is looking at the inside. So I'll just use my pressing iron to just brush the down part. Now the next thing I will now go ahead to do is to cut my pocket. I forgot to tell you guys that I will be adding a pocket to the dress. The width of this pocket is 8 inches and the length is 11 inches. So I just went ahead to cut out this rectangular shape, and I just went ahead to curve the down part, and there are 4 pieces right here because 2 will be for one side and 2 will be for the other side. So guys, this is the dress right here. I've transferred it to the floor because the table will not be enough to mark it. So now the very first thing I'll be doing is to come down by 8 inches from the armhole. Like you can see from the sleeve, I'm coming down by 8 inches, and from that 8 inches I came down by 7 inches. So the 2 marks which are there, I will go ahead and lock, and I'll run my stitch and I will stitch it down very well on the 2 sides. Then I will now go ahead and open it up to that mark that you are seeing right there. I guess you can understand. So I'm just transferring the mark which I made on the main fabric. I'm transferring it into the allowance of the dress. So I'll be picking one of my pockets and I will go and stitch it down into one allowance, and I will take the other pocket and stitch it down into the other allowance. And after doing it, I'll just go ahead and run the stitches round the pocket just like the way you see me doing. So I've gone ahead to do it, and you can see how it is looking. So I'm just putting my hand inside to show you guys how it is looking. And that's basically all for the pocket. Now the next thing I will now go ahead to do is to measure where the drawstring casing will be. So I'm placing the tape on the shoulder, and I'll be marking the half length of this person. Now our half length is 18 inches. If your half length is 16, you use 16, or if your half length is 14, you use 14. So I'm just marking 18 inches around the dress, to the back, then to the other front. So that's just how I'll be doing it. So you can see that the 18 inches is almost getting to the pocket area of this person, and that's because she's very busty. So I'll just take by the time I'll be sewing it, I'll be moving the casing upward a little bit. When I get to that pocket area, then I'll continue sewing it to the back. As you can see guys, I've already gone ahead to do the marking, and I measured what I have around the dress. So that was what I used to cut out this long strap you are seeing here. Then I'll be folding one end of the strap. If you have your hemming gum, you can use your hemming gum to gum the end of the strap which you folded. Then you will now bend the 2 sides of the strap. Use your pressing iron to do the folding. Then after that, you take it and place it on the line which you created. Place it on the middle of the line. Make sure it is on the middle of the line. Then you go ahead and join it around to the next part of the button area. So guys, we've gotten to the most exciting part of this video, because this dress is almost ready, and you can see that I've gone ahead to join the casing around the dress, and this is how it is looking. So the next thing I now went ahead to do is to create my rope. So I've already gone ahead to create this long rope. The long rope is about 60 inches times 2. Yes, a full tape times 2. That is what I used to create the rope. So now the next thing I will now go ahead to do is to use my safety pin to pin one end of the rope, and I will be using the pin to pass it through the casing which we've created earlier. So that is just the way I'll be doing it, and I'll bring it out at the other side. And our dress is almost ready. If you've watched up to this moment and you've not subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? Do well to hit on the subscribe button, and you can see I'm demonstrating where you're going to be putting your button. So you mark your button part at the upper part and mark 3 inches down. So guys, I've actually gone ahead to insert the rope, and you can see how the drawing effect is there. So I've gone ahead to do the buttonhole too. I took it to someone to do the buttonhole for me, and also the cover button. So I'll just be placing the cover button like this, and I'll be stitching it on the dress. So guys, we've actually come to the end of this tutorial, and this is the outcome of the dress we have been making, and you can see how it is looking so beautiful on her. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, do well to hit on the subscribe button, like, share, comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.